Thanks, James. 8-9-1 for Freeport. A big out at home plate. The difference between a potential run being scraped across for the Warriors, and Grolman hits it on the ground. Played by Magno.
I think they're going to say a hitter in the box.
Oh, wow. They do roll it as a hit in the box, but, man, that was real close. So that will count as a foul ball.
So, yeah, just strike one there. 8-9-1, Groleman, Gorley, and then DeGitis due up here for the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, 1 from Magno, misses for a ball 1-1. Reagan Magno, through 2 innings played, 3 strikeouts, has her last 2 outs via strikeouts. So after that hit off her hand, a good thing for her as she's still rolling. Rise ball goes high, 2-1.
So here's the thing about this Freeport team in the first round. The 6 through 9 hitters went a combined 1 for 12, but that one hit came from Megan Groleman, and it was a triple.
Groleman fouls it out of play over the Yellow Jacket dugout. Counts now 2-2. Freeport 6, Southmoreland 3 in a 12-5 matchup, and Southmoreland normally a power in softball, so these Yellow Jackets could be very much for real. The 2-2 from Magno. A liner over the pitcher's head and into center field for a single for Groleman. And that one just hopped right over Magno.
Yeah, kind of a tough luck one there, but a good job with 2 strikes, getting the bat on the ball. And there you go, Groleman, the one getting it done, the senior hitting in the 8 spot. Mentioned triple in the first round and getting that leadoff single here. We'll see if the 9-hitter Gorley will be trying to move a runner over.
And she does do that with the bunt attempt, but it rolls off the third baseline foul.
So here's what I like to see, though. Through the first time through the order, Reagan Magno, 7 first pitch strikes, 2 first pitch balls.
That's what we'd like to see out of the pitcher here from Mohawk, especially after an infield single on the first batter. No worse for wear, the 0-1. Bunt pops up, it's a good one. And it throws on from Cole over to the covering Pizzullo for the out.
Good job to move Groleman over to second base. That one didn't exactly go down, but it got the job done. It found its way to the turf. And I do like the play, though, from Lydia Cole. She first looked towards second base, realized she didn't have a play there, and then changed her positioning around, flipped around to get to first for the first out. Now top of the order in DeGitis up to bat.
So DeGitis has an opportunity for a runner in scoring possession, and this is hit in the air to center field. Olivia Hare ranges into left center to make the catch for out number 2.
Now bring up Sydney Selker. She hit the long fly ball into the left center gap that left fielder Maya McGreal caught in that first inning. Hey, remind you, this is our 3rd inning. That means it's our Maley chiropractic inning. Between the top and bottom of the innings, we will give you a little softball update of what we got going on. We have 6 broadcasts in the works today. We'll just leave it with that. We'll also try to get you some final results. At last count, 12 coming back from the track and field championships, 12 individuals with gold medals just from Lawrence County alone.
So that's an intentional walk.
Well, and not a bad idea. Sydney Selker, 6 home runs on the year. Her first 2 games of the year, she had 2 home runs in each of them, and she gave the last one a ride. So not a bad idea with an open base. And now Reese Selker, can younger sister make it hurt?
Fouls off her first pitch behind us for a strike, 0-1. Reese Selker, a sophomore. Sydney Selker wearing number 87, a senior.
I was going to say, you see 87, you could pretty much guess what the first name was. Around
0-1. On a play on the left side.
At least in this part of the country, you can probably assume what 87 means.
I mean, that's big expectations no matter the sport, especially around here. Imagine if she was up in Canada playing softball with that. Oh, my goodness.
Softball? No, she'd be playing hockey up there, right?
You never know. Softball's pretty big in Canada. 0-2. rolls into turf, 1-2. Canadian softball has been pretty good up there. I've seen some Canadians along my travels in the college game and around town, and of course all the way down south in West Virginia.
You love seeing that growth across the world.
1-2 is high, 2-2. Softball's really around the world. Of course, you got Australia. In Spain, it's considered royalty out there. 2-2. Swung on and missed by Selker. Wild pitch, throw completed over, so it goes 2-3 to retire the side. So just a hit, and that's it, as that leaves 2 on. No score as we go to the bottom of the third on the Lawrence County SportsNet. 4-0 and no hit. There's a horseshoe stuck somewhere.
Speaking of 4-0, that's the current score between Laurel and Charleroi. That's Class 2A. Again, we have audio coverage of that one through 5 innings.
Miley Pistorius looks at a strike 0-1.
So now if you're Mohawk, you had one out at home, but then you weathered the storm on the other side of things in the field. Now you got to come back and just get back into the swing of it here offensively, pardon the pun.
And Pistorius swinging and missing for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 9-1-2 for Mohawk, and we'll see what they'll do after that out at home in the bottom of the second that might have had a run to it, but this is hit right back to the pitcher, Selker. The throw on to Lauren Clark is in time for our first out here in the bottom of the third.
Well, let's get you another Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard. Going your way out-of-town scoreboard, Avonworth leading York 2-0. So the winner of this one takes on either top-seeded Avonworth or the 9-seed York.
And Avonworth looking for their 3rd straight championship. Union looking for their 3rd straight championship.
And Shannock as well in Class 2A.
And you want to know the last time we've had 3 champions looking for their three-peats? This is hit in the air to center field. Ranging back is Groliman. She perseveres, makes the catch, turning away from the play.
How about that? If you're a defensive back, you did that perfectly. She opened the hips one way, so ball's tailing the other way, opens the hips the other way. Exactly how you're trained. Maybe a little Willie Mays, not quite how you're trained, but she was able to hold on to it. Addie Moskal gave it a ride, but a great catch by Groliman. When was the last time we had the 3 going for a three-peat?
2019.
That would have been Laurel is one of them, right?
West Day, Laurel, and West Green.
West Green. Was that really 3 in a row for West Green at that point, or was that about 50 in a row?
Well, they got another one out of the pandemic, and then, of course, the Union Scotties came and ruined that party, and now they're trying to do it themselves.
Well, Scotties were runner-ups for 2 or 3 years before finally getting that gold medal. Now looking for 3.
Erica Young at the plate, 0-1 count, and, oh, man.
Nice off-speed there.
That's off-speed right down the heart of the plate. Sydney Selker looking for the next one. It's an 0-2 count. 2 outs. And just trying to get a Fisher for Young. Low and outside, 1-2.
Moskal, Young, and Hare, the top 3 averages on the team, all hitting over 400. The AAA at the top of this lineup, hoping to do some damage. Hey, AAA, automobiles, month of May, Indy 500 month, sounds good to me.
1-2 is fouled away. You would be able to put it into some sort of auto racing pun. And
Ty, that's my first of the playoffs. I'm running behind, let's be honest.
Why don't you go down to Lernerville with that one? You'll be a riot.
Sounds great. I'll be heading to Indy with it. How about that?
That too. Selker looking at 1-2, hitting the air into center field. Groliman can't make the play as it bounces to the wall. Ranging in is Young, and she's at third base. It's a triple.
Well, and a triple because of a little trip, actually. The first step for Groliman. The footwork was so good on the last one. Not that it was bad here, but just kind of it spun the tires for another racing punch. She spun the tires before she could get full grip on it, and because of that, she was just a half step short from being able to make that catch.
Well, to use another racing pun, you could say she blew a tire.
Yeah, we're just having fun now.
Oh yeah, you got me rolling now. Runner on third, 2 outs. First pitch is outside to Olivia Hare.
So you saw Mohawk do an intentional walk to Sydney Selker with an open base. you have a couple of open bases here. It's not going to be an intentional walk at least yet, but can be a little more careful with the 3-hitter at bat.
1-0 is low, 2-0, but yes, we have seen that horse before, but with, as you mentioned throughout the broadcast so far, with Mohawk's propensity for RBIs, I think you're better off just playing it straight up.
Yeah, you're walking one to face one, pretty much equal.
2-0 is a called strike right down the highway, 2-1. .3A quarterfinals action here on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Selker with the 2-1. Oh, that's a dodgeball high. And now it will be Erica Young scoring. So a wild pitch and a good job of playing dodgeball by Olivia Hare. It's now 1-0.
I'll be only slightly critical. Would have liked to see her get that bat down a little bit because it basically went over the head, but right by the bat. Can't tell from our camera angle. It's an awkward backstop here. Kind of almost like a trapezoid as it gets back there. So that ball's going to bounce around everywhere. And good job to read it and get home.
Hit on the ground at first. Lauren Clark unassisted at first. And that will retire the side. Warriors get a run. And they are ahead 1-0 as we go to the 4th inning. You're watching the 3A first round on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Number 10. Addie Caruso.
Addie Caruso leading off, 4-5-6, hit in the air to left center field, and that is gone. First pitch swinging, and into center field over the wall, a home run, and just like that, we are tied at 1.
Her 4th dinger of the year. DeGitis, Selker, Caruso, Clark, all with 3 home runs or more. 4th of the year there for Caruso, and just like that, we're back tied. And how about this? Caruso, a 2-run home run in the first inning in her last game on Tuesday. Solo shot here ties it right back up.
So Freeport being pesky early on, and this is a team that missed the playoffs last season. Now back on track as Jamie Redvan steps in after the home run. First pitch is low for Magno, 1-0.
Well, now you just got to get right back to it.
1-0 fouled off, a ball and a strike.
And home runs are going to happen. I wonder, I mean, you had the bats deadened a little bit about 10 years ago now, I think it is, for baseball with the BB core and all that. Wonder when you're going to start seeing that at the high school level for softball, because the home run numbers are up there.
Hit right at the third baseman, Moscow, for out number 1.
I mean, just in comparison, I guess I should say, from one to the other, compared from baseball to softball. Rob, we're good.
So they're doing another switch as we switch one of our batteries on our camera, so everybody with the switch. So far here as we have some checks right in front of us, and let's see who it is. It's number 15, Leah Clark, coming in one more time for Jaden Rezak. So
she shouldn't be able to. Wasn't she a substitute?
It was a pinch hit early on. So this is, Redvan is listed as the DP, so we might have to be making some checks between innings and see if she's actually the DP. This is definitely something that I haven't seen before. First pitch is fouled off for a strike. And go ahead and take a look at that for you, and we'll keep it rolling as we check the coach's line card, and this seems legit. This is another pinch hit situation.
Yeah, there's no there's no complaint from Mohawk, but every starter is allowed one re-entry, which, as far as I could see, they had already done. Because they had put Razak, the starting left fielder, back in left field, so that should eliminate Clark from the game, but maybe I'm missing something here.
Well, we'll check after in between the innings here and see if Clark officially takes left field. 1-2 goes high, 2-2.
And yes, if that was the DP and the flex, you can do that in a sense because they're both starters. They would both be able to have that re-entry. But again, Clark was not the flex.
Two swung on and missed, so that's the second strikeout for Leah Clark. Fourth strikeout for Magno, 2 away.
No. Apparently it is legit.
Now batting, number
I'll
12.
run down and find out.
Lauren
Yeah, we got to go find the rules interpreter for that. So James Dotson's running down, so all you got is me right now. Lauren Clark swings and misses for strike one, so 1 run off the home run has us knotted at 1 apiece as we're in the top of the 4th inning here from Seneca Valley. Popped out of play by Lauren Clark, 0-2. I know some guys who call high-level softball in terms of Division I. I'm going to have a conference with them after this game if they ever seen something like this. Magno ahead, 0-2 count, 2 outs. Waste pitch high and outside, 1-2. Mohawk with a run in the bottom of the 3rd. Freeport tying it off the first pitch of the top of the 4th, hitting the air to left center field, and it couldn't be ranged over and made by Olivia Hare. So it's a double for Lauren Clark. Don't tune away just yet. Runner on second base with 2 outs. Top of the 4th, Freeport. In the driver's seat so far with the tie in the top of the 4th, and we'll see if James Dotson has gotten an explanation about what's been going on here from Freeport. Megan Groliman steps to the plate, slaps one foul for strike 1. Groliman a single in the top of the 3rd. Magno ready. The 0-1. This is low and a back pick at second to get Clark back.
We've seen a couple of hard hit balls here, Tyler, for sure, here in this game.
Sun's out, so that helps with the carry of the ball. We're no longer in March and April here. We're in May, the middle of it. And that hits off our hut here behind home plate, foul. The public address announcer did not flinch.
I won't tell you what Ty Polk did.
I did not flinch either.
No camera proof of that. I don't know.
You didn't see anything, I promise you. 1-2. Called strike 3. Brilliantly placed on that low outside corner to retire it aside, but not before a solo home run by Addison Caruso, knotting us up at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-all score here in the 3A quarterfinals, Mohawk and Freeport on LC SportsNet. So it now is official. We got an explanation about the rules. Everyone who starts is allowed 1 re-entry into the game. So that will do it for Jaden Rezak, as used for defensive purposes early on. It'll be Leah Clark taking over in left field for the remainder of the game.
Yes, and the reason why Leah Clark was able to bat twice is, unlike baseball, every substitute in softball also is granted 1 re-entry. So basically, you had Razak eliminated for Clark. Razak then uses her re-entry. That's Clark's first time then taken out of the game. Then Clark re-enters using her as a substitute's 1 re-entry, eliminating Razak from the game because she can no longer re-enter. She's got her 1 and done. Learn something new every day.
Yes, you do. Called strike on Maya McGrail. Maya McGrail singled, advanced on a wild pitch, and then from second was thrown out at home. 7-1-2 to keep her off the board. Set a strike 0-2, and James Dotson will also put that up as a potential 5-7-1-2 as it was off the third baseman, Addison Caruso's glove, but we'll count the throw to the plate from there and the lineup from that. Ball to McGrail, 1-2. McGrail comes into this game with 13 RBIs. 1-2 from Selker is back to her, and the throw on to first in time. The first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Unfortunately, in my nifty little bat here, I have the basketball rule book and I have the baseball rule book, but I did not get the softball rule book, so I can't even try to look it up and confirm that, though I obviously trust the umpires let it happen. Both coaches have let it happen, but again, I mean, we've done a lot more baseball. I know the baseball rules from coaching and playing a lot more. That's just a new one, and it is crazy, just those little nuances from two sports that are so similar to each other. Like, I love the DP rule and the flex. I love the way that you can use that to your advantage, again, if you know the rules to their full capabilities.
1-0 to Lydia Cole. Checks her swing. Stays high, 2-0. Cole aboard on a base on balls, and that's the lone blemish for Sydney Selker. 2-0 is high, 3-0. Cole ahead. Selker was able to work it back to full before giving up that walk. Both teams with one run apiece here in the bottom of the fourth, one out. And that's a 4-pitch walk.
Second time McGreal has led off and reached base.
That was Cole.
Oh, excuse me, Cole, you're right. Second time she has reached base via the walk.
So 2 plate appearances, 2 base on balls for Lydia Cole, and that leads ways for Gigi Pizzulo. Pizzulo, a single and a stolen base. First pitch to her is a ball, 1-0. For Pizzulo, that stolen base was her 6th of the season. Has a 1-0 count. Pizzulo pops it to short. And DeGitis makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Good job to stay with it. Some nasty spin on that one, but hanging back there short, making the play.
Now batting, number 21, Reagan Magno.
So the pitcher is trying to help her cause out Reagan Magno. Strikeout victim her first time up. That was off the first pitch, 0-1. Magno, we talk about the leadoff of this game. First pitch hit off her hands. She was able to stay in the game, but as a batter, just one glove. 0-1 fought off foul.
And you've seen a lot more of that, using the top hand without the glove. I think maybe just feeling that you have a better feel of the bat, and especially to top hand dominance as you're bringing the bat and bringing the hands through the zone.
I would go full Teddy Bridgewater with the 2 gloves, but that's just me. 2 outs, a runner on first. 0-2.
That's down in the
Fish
dirt.
low.
Yeah, good hold, good waist pitch there from big old 87.
87 trying to 86 another batter, already with 3 strikeouts in this game. The 1-2, and she does get her swinging. So pitcher on pitcher crime, retires the side.
Yeah, beautiful off speed there, and got Reagan Magno way out in front for that 4th K of the day.
So just 1 left on, and that's it in the bottom of the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. We're tied at 1 apiece.